Yeah, man, a closing trade's too early, bro. Uh, look at the entries. Like, I mean, both entries were amazing. I think Alex asked Lucky Deal. I think he was on the live stream. Alex O Wimpo is what we're calling me now, because I'm a big wimp. Uh, but you know, a great winning day. Okay, I'd be short right now if I was anything. But long here, long here, long here, and like all I had to do is take one trade today, and I could have made all that money, right? Uh, so that's the thing. That's the thing. But you know, I took it on the live, made people money. Everybody was trading with me, so that was good. Like we all crushed it this morning. So you can't complain, but I'll still find a way. You know, that's why you journal, you document. You always want to be better. But obviously, like long here, long here, long here, off of VWAP. So VWAP here, and my VWAP strategy is pretty simple, but it's really effective if you use it correctly. Just zooming in here and how we can use it. So distribution, right? So you got like your accumulation down at the lows. Everybody's scared this morning. If we zoom out, we can see that price is dumped. Everybody's, what's a common trade is if you have a range from last week, okay? A common trade is if you have this here, you typically, if you mitigate on Sunday, you typically come back up to at least minimum retest that range. So this is typically you're looking for bottoming structure on the dump, and then you're looking for the long back up into the range. At least retesting probably, the lows of the range. If you want to know where the lows of the range, you can use like a volume tool. You can use a predictive range, right? So you're typically right now you're tapping into the blue, the equilibrium, right? So looking for it to come back in, not necessarily fully recover, but looking for a bounce this morning. Mondays have been typically very bullish because Michael Saylor buys Bitcoin every Monday. Okay, that's my reasoning. So this morning, I got long as well from here. So great trading this morning. Like, I mean, I got long from here. I got out up here. So I took like 75% of it out here. And then I started live trading on YouTube. So then when I got into this first position, my stop loss was basically at entry. Okay, so got long here, got long here, got long here, got long here. Okay. Now I'm saying you should short. Why? Right? That's the other question. So we had a perfect little balloon dog this morning, OC. Look at this thing. Oh man. This is a cute little doggy here. Uh so you got its beautiful little legs, right? Really short, like a wiener dog, like a little corgi, right? Little wiener dog, right? And then his big
Yeah.
neck, long necks, and a balloon dog here, and then it broke out. Okay. Nice breakout. And then even I think Little Fish or Lucky Deal saw the balloon dog on the 1 minute. Look, you got a balloon dog on the 1 minute here.
Oh, you're right.
Okay. Balloon dogs everywhere. Double bottom followed by a bull flag. Okay, that's all it is. I think it looks like a balloon dog. You believe whatever you want to believe. It made me money. That's all that matters, right? Um,
Exactly.
so yeah, this morning got long off the low here. Very very easy trade. So what you see is you see the sweep of the lows, bottoming structure and higher lows. Okay, so you see either you're looking for a mitigation here, right? Or you're looking for a continuation. However, price keeps dropping. You see the V-shaped recovery, 382 bounce. Okay, accumulation, distribution. Okay, if you're one of those smart money concepts. traders. But all you're looking for is a continuation off of here. You get a nice bounce off your golden pocket 786 level. Okay. And your continuation up. I got long here. Took this thing up this morning. Started the live. Took this one, and took this one. And like I said, always hindsight, right? Hindsight's always great. Could have taken one trade this morning rather than 3 little ones and made my money and then some, right? Because this is actually a nice almost 2% move, right? So it's pretty volatile this morning. So you don't need a lot of money on these. However, what is happening now, right? Well, we got a bearish divergence followed by a retest, okay? So you got bear divs in here. Boop. Golden pocket didn't get hit. Kind of funny. Just faking them out just enough. We also have a golden pocket just below us here that we didn't touch this morning. So this is really where I think price needs to come to is 96.7. Possibly lower. Okay, don't want to count it out right now, but if we're looking at this on a higher term time frame and where we're looking for price to get to, okay, I'm looking here. So in general, I'm looking for a retrace back into here, back into this golden pocket area. Okay. Why? Because not only is it that, but there's a big order block in here. As you can see, if we zoom in even more, we can go and see that price stalled out here, right? So naturally, when price does something like this before continuing out, it creates an order block. Institutional money comes in before price pushes up, sweeps, and continues, okay? And it happens all throughout price action, depending on your time frame. So I would look for this to be revisited. We have a 786 level down here, but this would be ideal, okay? If we do come back down for it, you know. I don't think they're just going to send price all the way up just now. You never know, right? This is Bitcoin. Look at Sunday, we dumped 7% overnight. So quick little 4% recovery today, right? So any sort of consolidation in here would be welcomed. And yeah, alpaca pattern now. We got to know. The alpaca pattern. Yeah. Give it some eyes and a happy face here. Yeah, so bear divs right now on the 15, bringing us down. Typically bear divs go back to where they started, right? So if we're looking at this as our double top, bearish divergence coming back down, we're looking to revisit previous highs. Very simple. Very simple. Very good like targeting. So if you're looking for a target for this to come back down, that would be your target. Take profit 1 would be hit kind of deal. Or you're short off of this and looking for a continuation back down. Right? Very simple. And effective as well, right? You got continuation in here, push through, chop, 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 right? Double bottom in here. So this could push back and then drop, but looking for a continuation down and looking for this momentum to hold to the downside. Okay, but a very lucrative day today. And at the end of the day, we took almost $500 out of the market today, right? So how, it's not for me to complain. It's for me to be happy that I have these skills that I've developed over the time, right? Over the last, these are my last 5 trades, right? 430, 70, 104, 19, got out quickly, and 230. Okay. Obviously, the 400 one was here. And then 90. Close this out. I was getting coffee here when I got long here. I was getting coffee here. So I didn't watch the price action. I came back, I saw the tap of VWAP, and I came back and I got knocked out. And then I re-entered on this wiggle and took that up. So
wiggle.
A great trading day. Nonetheless, everything has been absolutely destroyed. NVIDIA down 15%, bro. My God, what are you looking at, OC? How's your trading day going?
Oh, well, first of all, I got hit once again on the weekend. So we're going to be starting now up by 1% down on our public wallet. So, yeah, I know. It's not even 1%. It was 0.5%. It was a $4 loss. Yeah, freaking Ethereum, man. So, yeah, this time I did bought the top and did not make profit on it. So, No, just kidding. I just set a very tight stop loss there. Took it, so I just said, you know what? Let's just wait for the end of the weekend. So what happened also is that yesterday Sunday, I was calculating the length of the range, and I saw it almost breaking out. Right, so I said, all right, where is it gonna be breaking out, to the upside, to the downside? I take a look at the liquidations, and they were pretty similar. And we were pretty much bullish on the prime score. So we were something like 5 or 6. So I would say, you know what? Let's long it, but since we are a very dangerous zone because we are correcting over time, we could have some sweep of the lows. So I did enter on a long position, half of a long position, and then let me show you, and then re-enter today in the morning with this sweep of the lows that we had, right? So it did not play it out perfectly, but still part of the plan. I have it right here. There we go. You'll see that I usually buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. And my last entry was right here. You can see it at the retracement here, right? And then I just waited. I was on profits through all of this range. And I was expecting for it to hit previous highs, take some profit, and then reallocate as a retracement. It did cut me short, right? So we did not win all the way to these areas here as I was expecting, and it dumped, which was fine. I mean, just waited out for the same area of supporting here, and as soon as we changed, well, then I averaged down my position. Something important I want to show you guys, it is the position sizing. Remember, and you'll remember this on the previous video, you can go back and watch it. My position in Bitcoin usually is out of 200 and something ish dollars per position. Why? Because that is out of my $1,000 dollars, right? Remember that last time we were at $1,081. Right now we're at 1,076. That is the last hit that I got. So we can see it. Where is it? Trade history, positions. Oh, 1 week. There we go. On Ethereum, there you go. Almost $4, man. Geez, well, whatever. I'm still short of that one. So let's just go back and remember, I enter with half of a position, right? So usually I do a 200 position here, and then what happens? I did half of a position. Why? Because I was in a dangerous zone. Why? Because it is a range. Still on the range, we try to buy low, sell high, right? Buy low at support and sell high. We could not sell high there. So what happened? As we went back down, find in lower time frames support and also double bottom, I enter on the candle close. There we go. You can see my entry right here. Average down my position right here, right? This is my average down position. And then as soon as I average down my position, I set a sell. All right. Look at my entry. It is 1,002. So 50% of it, so 50-ish% of 1,000, it is 500, right? So you can see that I'm selling back 500. Why? Because I still want to just be in 50% of my position. Why? Because the danger is great. It's bigger of what I like. Still, my strategy told me to do half a position. That's what we're doing, following our strategy, right? So at this point, I enter 50% out, and let's take a look at my analysis. I do believe that we could be having a secondary push upwards. So look at where we got there, right? Almost, as you can see, almost taking my exit position right there, almost there. So I do believe that we're going to have a secondary candle pushing upwards somewhere around this trend line. In fact, this trend line, I think is a little bit exaggerated. Let's also keep it in a little bit of a threshold. I think it's going to be somewhere around here, these areas. Let me even move it downwards. There we go, which is just enough to take out, again, 50% of my position, which means I'm only trading with 50% of my position. I always want to trade with one whole position, but I need to be smart about it, right? So since we are breaking a triangular pattern here, right? It's not about the breakout, it's about the retest. You wait for the retest, you get out. But at this point, I'm reallocating. I don't want to get out, and let me show you why. Let me clear this up. Let me see where I am. All right, yeah, I can clear this up. All right, perfect. You see, this is an automatic trend line plot by Chartprime, so shout out for Chartprime there. And we have as drawn before this other trend line, right? It's not about the breakout, it's about retest, and off we go. But something important is happening. Look at the green candles, or the green bars, sorry. Look at my oscillator, and look at this little thing, a reversal. Let's take a look at what happened before. As we go down, we have DCA candles, right? Flip of the ribbon, and once you are well positioned, well, it goes up. All right, flip of the sweep of the lows, and bam, you are in with the trade, right? Very well positioned. Same thing here. Look at that. As we going down, we start DCAing, 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 DCAing. Flip of the ribbon, stop DCA right here. Again, flip a sweep of the lows, and bam, you are very well positioned. Don't worry if you were missing it. It came back up or came back down, and we made that movement once again. So you can start seeing that when it's a good idea to start DCAing, we are below the zero line, and we have some DCA bars there, right? Some reversal bars. So basically, that's what I'm seeing here with the added value of this reversal triangle. Let's take a look at the last time we have one of those reversal triangles. Oh, and it seems like there we go all the way here. Let's take a look at how that played out. By the way, this is my first time looking at it, but I already imagine how that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. My
Ooh.
computer just flashed.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. So the same pattern, you see guys? So in the way back down, there we go. We have DCA bars, we have flip of the ribbon, we have sweep of the low, so double bottom, boom, retracement, and there we go. So for me, this little arrow here tells me that overall in time, we're gonna have a further move to the upside, right? Again, look at the pattern, going up, going back down. And something important to note was something that Alex was explaining. 50% of that retracement usually is the place to mitigate or to re-enter. Look at that. And we have more than 50% in this case. So that's why I'm aiming to get out at 50% out once again. So when this thing comes back around for that possible double bottom, whatever I'm taking out at this point, I'm reallocating here. So with one single position, I'm able to scale down my entry price. You see that? So next time that I enter here, my entry price is going to be here. And just imagine if we can nail that trade, right? As we go down, retracement, and then boom, retracement. And we're going to be very much at this point, and we could be taking some profits here, reallocating back here, and then off we go with the movement, right? So it's not about the breakout, it's about your retest, as I always say. So there's a failure point in here. Let's be real, let's be completely honest and be transparent here. So what is my failure point? My failure point is exactly what Alex was mentioning. He's, oh, come on, move it. Good enough, all right, whatever. Which is in lower time frames. Let's take a look at the lower time frames here. We are having a trending here, right? Also, it seems to be a little bit of a cricket double top. All right. So, I mean, as long as I don't lose this support area, I think I'm fine. But if I lose the support area, I think we are going to be having that double bottom, which is still fine. Why? Because I knew the danger was imminent. Look at my X in here. Look at how much leverage am I using? 5x. You know I'm a 10x guy. So I'm even using half of my leverage, half of my position, and reallocating over and over. That means that my liquidation price, it is 82 or 83, just call it 83K, right? So are we gonna hit 83? I don't know, you guys tell me. I don't think so. I mean, not at this point, right? If the case comes, we'll see how that we manage that, but it's gonna be just adding one more half a position, but I don't think that will be ever necessary because we have a huge order block that Alex was mentioning. In that order blocks, I'm expecting to bounce and just get out with that profits. So I'm covering all of the losing ends that I can have on my strategy. You see, so regardless, and this is a part of the joke, right? That I buy tops and I still make a profit on it because regardless of what I buy, I always have a plan B, right? I can buy here maybe on that retracement and then do not take profits, and then finally I'm below my entry point. So that is the joke, right? That I buy the top and then I still make a profit. Why? Because as it comes back up, which it did not did in this case, but it did right here, it did right here, and it did right here. Well, then you'll see, oh, there you go. There, in fact, there it is. Here it is. There it is. You see it? So basically, you'll see how that plays out, and we're just rinsing and reapplying the strategy. Let me just clear this up once again. And the failure point, just to wrap it up, it's going to be this going straight down. So that means I'm not going to be able to get out of my position, and I'm going to visit this lower point. If that is the case, I'll just hold it. I have no stop loss at this point. Why? Because I'm playing out my next strategy, which is only set a stop loss after a big area of entry. And in that case, let's turn on our order blocks. Where are you? Where are you? Order blocks. There we go. And we have a first soft order block right here. It is secondary soft order block right there. Even on the next order block in here, we're hitting 98K, all right? 98K, not 87. So I'm still way back down here, right? To even start getting worried. In fact, you'll see that my next alert, it's a 91K, because 91 will activate my next step of the strategy, which is adding half of a position more right here, which is going to lower my entry point way down somewhere around these areas here. And on the retrace or on the bounce, which I believe it needs to happen if we get to 92, well, then I'll just close my position, rinse and repeat, and check out how the movement's gonna play it out, right? Still, this is the fact of the matter is that we are below, or I am below 11% at this trade, but I believe and I'm very confident that we're gonna end up making some profits. So at this point, that's where I'm standing. This is how we're handling, and well then, it's just part of the deal. Other than that, Alex, love that your day went great, and you made a lot of money. I'm really happy for that. And let me give you a little bit of come on, where was it? A little bit of a eye candy here. I think if I can,
you're gonna go to XRP or something.
No, that would have been a good one. Hyper liquid, my friend. Hyper liquid. Look at that. We are in profits. I was calling for this possible entry point as we were up above, right? Finding some support. So we did right here after we break out retest, and off we go. So basically, we are at entry. Something important. It is that, yeah, I know we missed most of the weekend, but I needed to see that breakout retest and being above the zero line. So it only played out just now. And at this point, since we are very close to the next area here, and this is on my private wallet. So just so you guys know, right? Anything that does not have a USDC pair, it's on my private wallet. So moving stop to entry as soon as the show ends, and we'll see if we can go hit the loud order block, which I believe so it's going to be playing out. So 50% out, so we still have 50% in, and entering a into the loud order block, that will be a 2% or a 3% out, because we're taking right now 50% out. So hopefully it plays out very nicely. How dare you? Oh, I won, man. I don't see it. Somebody just posted that. I missed out the whole story. So other than that, turning back to you, my friend, and I'm gonna get up to date on the chat. We'll see how it goes there.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you know what, like, there's no signs. Like, one thing that I always want to check is, like, is there any signs that the top is in, right? And there's a lot of things to check this, right? And right now, like, really what we can see is like a big reset, which is good. And obviously altcoins have been really destroyed, but some are holding up strong. You know, we have like XRP, SUI, ADA, There's like a lot of them that are still strong, and we just need to know that, like, hey, it's a little bit of pain, but that's the industry we're in, right? I think I always say, like, constantly to my community and stuff, is that you have to keep the trading bags separate, right, from your hodl bags, right? That otherwise you're gonna end up trading emotionally. You're gonna be upset. You're gonna come to the charts. You're not gonna make good decisions, and those things are gonna lead to losses, right? At the end of the day, that's what it leads to. So we'll see if we do get a bounce right here. I am actually looking for a bounce right now as we speak. If there's any altcoins you do want me to look at, I would gladly look at those as well. There's some things on my radar that I'm going to go over right now. This is we're holding dynamic reactor here on the 5-minute, looking to bounce off of 786. Okay, so this is actually a bounce level that I'm interested in. Want to see some strength here on the candle and see if we do push up. Could be a possible opportunity. I am still looking for us to get back to this golden pocket area in here. We'll see if we do that. I just said do. I know. And push back in here. But overall, be patient. I think take what the market gives you. Don't try to, over trading is very dangerous in situations like this, right? And I think making sure that you are staying level headed is so important in this market and in trading in general, right? So be safe, but also have a plan, right? Be a prepared trader. Look for certain criteria for your entry to be met, and then try to execute your trades in that fashion. Like you're not going to have any success in this if you're not managing, your plan, right? And putting together a plan is not easy. Like that's why we use indicators. That's why we have things like Chart Prime to help us put together a plan. And I can go over generally if you guys want me to talk about how I make a plan, how I execute the plan, my risk management strategies, stuff like that. Like I'm always an open book here. So if there's ever any questions, you guys gotta ask them, right? I'm not here to be a mind reader. I'm here to help. So make sure you are asking them. Can I look at Pyth or FET? Yeah, absolutely. Let's go over and take a look at Pyth or Pyth or whatever the hell you call it. Real world asset token, I believe. Pyth here. So you always want to be able to do top-down analysis. You can possibly take advantage of price action. So out on the daily here, right? And it's always important to do top-down, right? You want to zoom out, then you want to say, hey, where are we? What can happen here? Where am I a buyer? Where am I a seller? Buy low, sell high, that kind of deal, right? Keeping it very simple, right? So understand that, hey, this is typically like the lows of the lows. If we get down in here, I'm a buyer, right? Very simply, you can see this from the dawn of time. You can see we've actually retraced back all the way into this kind of value area low. So can we bounce from here, right? That's the question you have to answer yourself. And what does bottoming structure look like? So you're looking for bottoming structure, bottoming structure, bottoming structure, bottoming structure, bottoming structure, bottoming structure. So is this a sweep at the lows and a bounce? Quite possibly. Are we out of the woods yet? I don't know. I can't tell you that. What I can tell you is that if we bounced and we put in a higher low, you could possibly be looking for a long in here, right? So going into a 4-hour, you can see clear downtrend, okay? Very corrective. You can see that price does have a sticking point up here, so that's important to note as well. And you zoom out here, you put a horizontal line on your value area, and you can see that this is kind of like a barrier to higher prices. So you're going to definitely want to mark out this area as your main level of resistance, right? You want to see price push and flip. This is what I'd be looking for, right? So you're only 12% away from your big buy level, right? So will you get up there? We'll see, right? We'll see. But this is your big buy level, right? So you understand that, hey, if we are going to go up, we're either going to go here or we're going to start putting in some structure. And what does that structure look like? Well, you guys know what reversals are. You can see this is very overextended on your oscillator on your 4-hour. So possibly bottoming incoming, right? Are we out of the woods yet for Bitcoin? Rolling over right now, right? Rolling over right now. Is this a bounce level? Yes. But it looks like this wants to come down lower. It's not really pushing back too aggressively right now, kind of stalling out, to be honest. So we'll see if it does want to push. But for me right now, it's understanding that, hey, we could go from here, but on Pith right now, very, very aggressive downtrend. So you're looking for one or two things. You're looking for a sweep of the lows and a bounce. Okay. Higher low. You get long on the higher low. You're looking for a higher low right now and a higher high, and you can justify getting long off of that. Okay. So you have to have sort of an idea of what a reversal looks like, right? So you come into a key area, your value area low, and you're looking for a continuation. So price coming down, bouncing, higher high, higher low, out you go, right? Coming down, bullish divergence, bouncing out, continuation out, off you go, right? So identifying these is going to allow you to make money, right? Identifying a low. If we look at Bitcoin and we look at the structure down in here for an example, right? What do you see? We see a sweep of the lows, okay? So you're not longing any of this. Sweep of the lows and a higher low and out you go, right? We got long this morning here, okay? Stop loss below the low, looking for a continuation, target, order block, okay? Very simple. Target hit. Easy money. Yeah, it sounds easy, but it's not easy when it's live, right? So what's the setup here, right? So dynamic reactor, 786 bounce level, okay? Key level of support, uptrend, right? Yes, bearish divergence typically comes back down and retests this. So we are fighting this bear div to push down back into here. Okay, so a little bit risky, but looking for that strength to come back in and push up into this sell wall here. So are we going to bounce here? I'm not convinced on this, so I'm not taking this trade. And as you can see, it is rolling over as we speak. So there's no strength in this, right? You can't see price pushing back up. Therefore, no trade, right? You want to see it push back in, reclaim, and try to push up. Right now, this is rolling over, right? So if you're looking for this, right, you want to see this push back up and reclaim, then you're going to get long. You're not going to get long off of this pushing down right now. You're going to get long off it pushing up, okay? That's how you're going to trade on confirmation. So you're looking at Pith. You're looking for a similar thing in here. If you're on a 15-minute, well, you can see you got a little bit of a push out, just like Bitcoin, a higher low and continuation out, right? So you want to buy on the pushback, right? If this is going to push, you want to buy on that. You don't want to just buy on this kind of struggle here. And you're getting reversal signals. You're not at a dynamic reactor, right? And you do have a key buy level below you. So for now, Pith is a wait. And if you do want to like buy on spot, okay, it's a totally different story, right? Key level on spot, laddering in, looking for this thing to push, right? Different story. All right, let's go to your next one on the list, which is FET, which is an AI token, which probably has been beaten up pretty damn good on this AI news. Okay, I think I have it in here. FET, there we go. Okay, so yeah, big rollover, bottoming structure, balloon dog, right? Trying to break out, no breakout, right? So right now, not looking too good. What do you want to see, right? You want to see this thing push. Push up, get above that dynamic reactor, rolling over quite aggressively, right? Not something that I would trade right now. Okay, be patient. You want to see strengths, right? You want to see this thing, order block in here, can push up into here. You want to see a higher low, then you want to see another higher low. Okay, you have that here, right? That's where you would have longed this morning. Right now, you can see Bitcoin's rolling over. Not probably a good idea to get long off of this, right? Especially with the FUD, right? With the FUD of Nvidia and all that stuff going on right now, it's not probably the best idea to be getting long off of this, right? Probably good to wait, especially with bottoming structure. If anything, you're gonna want to short, okay? So zooming out on FET, key levels here. Let's take a look. Yeah, so you got some key support coming in here, the lows of the lows, but you also have this key area down in here, right? So look for this to hold at $1 psychological level. Okay, $1 here. Trying to hold. We'll see if it does. If not, you're most likely visiting in here, right? I would be a buyer in here. Me personally. Like I do hold FET. my average buy is $1.20 on FET. So I am a little bit underwater right now, which is fine. It's not part of the plan to be selling right now. Okay. Have a plan, execute the plan. Don't smoke the hopium kind of deal. Right? That's
Absolutely.
it.
Absolutely.
Throwing it back to you.
Travis,
Let's see what you look at.
absolutely. I want to take a look at what S. Travis is saying. Something important, Travis, it is I want to tackle the psychology part of this. So maybe you realize if that is the case, right? If it's not the case, ignore this. But still, I want to talk about it because this is important. You're asking me, how do you think SWFTC and ACH will climb? This is telling me, right, that you're expecting to buy or long these assets. Let's take a look at one of those assets that you're talking about. Like, let's get started with, where is it? The ACH one, right? So, longing ACH one, I would say, well, this is not financial advice. At the end of it all, remember that you own your own coins and you can execute whatever you want to, right? This is just our humble analysis. But I don't think this is something that I would personally will trade at all. Not at all, but not here, right? Where do I want to trade it? Right here, when we are correcting over time. And remember what I just explained I did with Bitcoin, right? I took the risk. What we do on a range, we buy low, we sell high, but not everything. We buy low, we sell high, but not everything. We buy low, we sell high, but not everything, and then we are up with the movement, right? But still, let me answer you that question. If you're trying to maybe along this one, we need to go into where we can see structure on the markets, right? I started seeing some structure on the 15 minutes. And let me tell you, and this is something that Alex and I do over and over and over, right? Which is trend lines. Call it however you want to call it. But you want to see, first of all, that movement finishing, creating a lower low and then a lower high, right? That will give you downwards momentum. This is your shorting scenario, but I know you're not looking to short the market, right? So you just wait until you see those sweep of the lows, breakout of the trend line, and you can either trade the breakout, or it's not about the breakout, it's about your retest. You trade your retest, and just for good measure, make sure that you already are above your zero line on your oscillator. And this is along with being above the zero line in your oscillator and also having a good prime score above 5. That's when you long the asset, right? And then you go on with the movement. Same deal here. We already have a high. We have a couple of candles. We could be making, this is unknown, and this is completely out of the blue based on past experience, right? But we could be making maybe a pennant here. Maybe we could be making a little bull flag here, right? Or maybe we just could be rolling over, right? So how would you define? You need to give it some time for it to make some structure, in which you can measure those breakouts. And that's how you trade it. Remember, for longings, you want to, or longing the market, you want to be above the zero line and also have a breakout like that. So let's go over. Question is this good? No. I don't even need to look at it. No, the answer is no. No one is legit if they send you a DM. We do not answer DMs. In fact, the only DM that I answer, it is telling you that I don't answer DMs. And if somebody have sent you a message, it is an impersonator. So make sure to block him. And also, just before you block him, click on his name and see if you have any server in common. If you have any server, if you have Chart Prime in common, let me know on the public channels. At me, at OC. And I'll kick him right out of our server. But we do daily cleanings here, so most likely he's not in the server. All right, so what's happening right now on this asset? We have absorption, right? Let me show you, let me talk about absorption. For example, usually when we are at tops and bottoms, there we go, we're going to be seeing absorption. What is absorption? It's just people buying, right? Buying it fast. This is telling you that they are buying pressure. And usually this kind of absorption either shows you a reversal up or a reversal down, all right? So we'll see more like what's happening right here. Let me zoom in, and seems like we are having some absorption at the top, which could be indicate a reversal down, right? Now, let's throw in our indicators just for good measure. Remember that at this point, oh, uranium, entry point. Yes, we are into an entry point. This is not a signal yet. We still need to look for, come on. Oh, shoot, I lose your coin. Let me search it once again, sorry. We still need to take a look at uranium, but if you want to long uranium, it's almost time ACH, and this is it. All right, so once again, we're going to be using our indicators because that's why we have them, right? Remember that everything comes from basic analysis, and basic analysis is what we just did, right? As you can see, you need no indicators to do well in trading. Once you understand that, adding indicators is going to supercharge your capabilities because you already understand the market, right? So let's clean this up and now start adding stuff. At this point, our reactor is also coming in low here. Support and resistance, we are in price discovery, so our resistances and support are way below down here, right? So at this point, we need to go and watch very far away resistances, and it seems like we are on a daily resistance. How do I know that? Because if I double click on my settings, you'll see that in support and resistances, lines are on, where is it? There we go, this kind on the 12 hours right here, right? So we're talking about 12 hours support resistance. We are bouncing from it. This is important, right? Let's take a look at the next thing. Well, we did bounce out of the area of disparity, which means ranging or bouncing. And right now we are basically holding or trying to hold. There we go. We just lost it. The area of smart money entry, but seems like we just lost it. What is the next support? Here, and maybe here. But since they are negative, right? Well, I would not be counting too much on they being strong supports, right? So we'll see now. What else do we have? Well, the predictive ranges. Predictive ranges, next support area, it is right here. I will be counting with this one, especially since, where are you, VPVR? Since they're paired, there we go, with a large area right here. So both of them added together, they tend to have a stronger reaction. What am I going to be expecting? Maybe a little bit of a bounce and absorption area, and then a continuation downwards. What else do we have in here? That is basically it. We have nothing else to stop us from keep going downwards. So once again, what is the next area of interest? Right there after this one. So let's just clear this up because we lost this area. Support 1, support 2, and then dynamic reactor support 3. I will be, if I'm looking for longs, I'll be looking for S3, support 3, not any other thing. Because look at how rapidly we're losing it, right? So that's why you need to have, structure on your market, on the market. Let's go to the other one, which was Swifty coin, right? I don't know what is it called, but for me that is a Swifty coin. I don't know, but right here, almost exact the same thing, right? We need to have some structure in the market. Right here, the only structure I see, it is a gigantic head and shoulders, right? With a cricket neck and neckline, and we already have broke it. So what is the target or the measure target? Usually it's like this, but I don't think that this is gonna be it. A more realistic area of support, and that's why we have our indicators. Let's add them. There we go. It's gonna be dynamic reactor, as it is also showcasing our areas of entry right here. So I think we could be looking at something like that. I could be longing this. I'm not going to be long it, by the way, but I'm going to be longing this, or I could be longing this on support, but only where? And I want to ask you directly, my friend, because this analysis is for you. I want to know if you're paying attention here. Travis, what beautiful OC line and pattern. Oh yeah. What am I gonna be looking to long, Travis? Support and what else? Oh, you do have mutual server in one. Okay, server. All right. Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm gonna kick him out. Thank you for that report, my friend. OC kick. Yes, absolutely. We're gonna kick him with very strongly there, as strong as hard as we can. All right, Travis. Thank you also for the report. Travis, waiting for your response. Absolutely. We're gonna do this is Chart Prime and we're gonna kick him.
And take a picture too.
Oh yes, please. Anytime, Supernova. Thank you for your report. Travis, we're waiting. I see you typing. I just holding on for your answer. Boracle, yes, flip of the ribbon. Exactly. That's what we're looking for. Flip of the ribbon. It doesn't need to be all the way down here, right? But as long as we have flip of the ribbon and some kind of support. So it could be here, it could be here, or it could be there. But wherever it happens, we need to be on support. What is our next support right here? It is your reactor, right? Your reactor is the next support. So somewhere around these areas, right? And then we look if we have flip of the ribbon. If we do have flip of the ribbon, that's where we long it. Yes, thank you for looking at them both. I'm just going to patiently wait for them to pull back up and buy more. Important. You usually want to buy on the way down, and that's why we give this kind of things. Add support and flip of the ribbon, right? Look at that. Add support, and let's see the flip of the ribbon. Flip of the ribbon right there, and we long the I long the very next candle. There, right? So the same pattern, right? Let's do it one more time. Right here, flip of the ribbon, one candle, right? And do we have any kind of support? I bet you we had. There we go. We had a support. So you got it right there, my friend. Hopefully that works. And that helps to answer your question and also to be patient in the markets. Remember, quick point in here. Let me just extend a little bit more in here. You kind of like go through your coins in here. For example, let's just take a look at Supra. Oh, Supra, for example, looks like buying. And that is not because it is going up, but because it's going down. And look at that. We are at the zero line, right? What else could I be maybe needing here? I might need to close above my dynamic reactor, right? And have what? The flip of the ribbon. This is what you buy at the bottom, right? At the bottom. Also, something important, look at this trend line here that is forming. This, and this, right? Of course, there is the risk that this goes back down here and then it racks you up. But I mean, anyway, how far would you have to place your stop loss, right? And that is the point, to have or to be as cheap as possible where you place your stop loss. Long position, maybe at the next candle as we break above, right? Something around there. And then you aim at the bottom and then just give it that wiggle room, right? And then where you aim at the previous high to TP number 1, and then TP number 2 at where you have the biggest or greatest resistance. So look at that. You're buying at the bottom, right? So that is the perspective I want to start learning. Not because it has moved, you want to chase after the price, but the other way around. When it's coming down, you start analyzing big supports, big areas of confluence there that makes the market stop, and that's where you buy, so you get the absolute bottom or as close as you can possibly there. All right. So other than that, let me try it back to you, Alex, and I'm gonna go ahead and kick that guy out of the server. Whoa! Love it.
Do you know who that is?
That is a fighter, isn't it? Like a WWE
Rick
something
Wrestler.
wrestler.
Ric
Yes.
Flair, the Nature Boy. He used to slap you on the chest and go, "Woo!" It's really good, really good. Okay, so let's take a look at what I'm. Remember, I said retest or previous highs. What I was looking for at the beginning, and guess where we're at. So now we're looking here, right? So it's the same plan, right? So trading is waiting. That's what I always say to you guys. Trading is waiting. So Uh, looking for the 786 bounce. Did we get the reaction we wanted? Nope. Right. So look, we're getting a little bit of bottoming up reversal here. Okay, so a little bit of bottoming structure coming in right here. Can we see something like this? Right. Okay, possibly, but you wait for the dust to settle. Okay, that means waiting for your oscillator to tell you something, waiting for the price action to tell you something, right? You're going to want to see something along these lines, right? So if I just take this very simply, okay, this is as simple as you can get it. And you bring this over and you go, this is what I am looking for. And I am looking to get long, not here, here, or here, okay? Because I need to be sure, otherwise, it's going to kick my ass, right? And where does the retest, where does this move typically go after a bearish divergence? Your simple target is where this started. Okay, so it's here. That's your target for this breakdown. Okay, very simple. Where did you get the bearish divergence, right? You go on a 5 minute, whatever, you can see the bear div here. My target is back into here, right? Bearish divergence. Look at the oscillator. Where did the oscillator start? Right here. Here's your bear div. Here's your target coming back down. So I know that this is this area. This is my target. Will I get the reversal? We'll see, right? We'll see. I have key levels waiting, right? And if we get the reversal, we jump in the long. Vice versa, okay? It's setting the trap, knowing where price is going to go, and executing the trade. So some things that I was looking at. Celestia. My God, $3 Celestia. This is my average buy is $5 on Celestia. I'm probably going to buy some more, but this thing has taken an absolute beating. Okay, an absolute beating. And if you were to trade this up to its previous highs, I'm telling you, you are looking at a 5x. Okay, just saying. I'm just saying. You want to be greedy when others are absolutely fearful, right? So Celestia is one thing that's on my radar. I'm looking at AI tokens, Near, Render, okay? These are all things that I hold. Link, probably some strength here. ADA, Solana, probably a good buy here. We longed ADA on the weekend and then got out in profits and then it dumped, okay? Coming back down to retest our dynamic reactor. Okay. I'm new here and I need some help getting things set up. Okay, perfect. There's lots of tutorial videos. I'm going to go and watch all those tutorial videos on Dynamics Pro, on Oracle Pro. You're going to add 3 of them. I would say 3 each. So you can separate because there's lots of indicators in here. You're going to separate them. Come back with lots of questions and we'll be glad to answer all of them for you. There's look, they shared all the recordings, the content, the playlists, the tutorials down below there. Okay. And then you come back to us and we'll walk you through it with more precise questions, more things that you want to be answered. Right? You'll get the gist of it if you go into and you look at those videos. Okay. And they're going to be much better at explaining it. And then we will show you how we as traders use them to make money, or use them to find key levels, use them in order to manage risk, in order to take a trade, in order to do trading, right? And that's going to be of most benefit to you is do a little bit of investment on learning what you get, right, on the package, and then we'll help you use your package as as funny as that is.
Oh yes.
I didn't mean to say that, but we can have a good laugh. Sui, also another one that's very oversold that I am considering. Okay, Injective, another one. Okay, is there a way I can do a one-on-one at first? OC would have to answer that. I don't do one-on-ones here, so.
At the moment, the one-on-ones are not ongoing, but we might be resuming at maybe within 3 to 4 months. Nonetheless, this is the way to or hear classes. You are live, so you can have all of your questions ready. Go watch the videos, go into your markets, and as you have questions, note them. And then when you're here, you just copy and paste them, and we're gonna be more than glad to answer them. So this is basically a 2 to what is the 25. So it's a live session where you can answer exactly 2 versus 1. Exactly. Much better than one-on-one. So
Whoa.
absolutely.
I guess Ethereum's faking us out again as well. Oh my God. How low can we go? Now, the big question I have for OC as we wrap up. We got 2 minutes left, okay? Here's the big question. Are you ready, OC?
Ready?
Are you scared?
A little bit. A little bit. To be honest, a little bit. Oh man. Not too much, not just yet. I mean, we still need to go to 92, right? But if we start losing 92, that's where I have my alert. Man, it's time to start thinking of either a huge retracement, a 30% retracement, right? Which could be a good shorting opportunity. And thinking that the next pump could be the end of the bull run. Exactly. So 70 something, exactly. That would be the 30% retracement. You got it, my friend. Yeah. But I mean, it's okay to be scared because being scared makes you prepare, right? Well, the worst part will be getting scared and doing nothing, right? But being scared makes you prepared. And I would say that that is what you need to be, to do in the crypto market to succeed, which is be prepared for your worst case scenario. But other than that, eh, we'll see how that evolves.
I think this is perfect. Everybody's panic selling, man. I think this is yet to come. Okay.
Nice.
We'll see what happens, man. Yeah. That's enough for today, man. We've done a lot. Be prepared. Bitcoin's going to zero or Bitcoin's going to Valhalla. You know what you're in. Be prepared.
Oh,
today.
yes.
Take what the market.
You heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero.
All right, guys. So I think it's time to say goodbye. Alex, I think you need to be on another class, isn't it?
Yep. Going live in my Discord. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for joining. And as always, see you guys tomorrow. And go check out Alex O Crypto's Discord because he's going live on his channel. Other than that, guys, thank you so much and see you afterwards.